Dude, you miss the OG days of like no internet and like having to buy strategy guides?
Hell yeah.
Which I
miss strategy guides.
I was talking about this with a friend the other day when we went to like a retro gaming bar, and we were just talking about like we were playing this like old NES Transformer game called Mystery of Convoy, and it's like it's considered like it's like a cult classic as like one of the most difficult NES games ever made. And I was like playing through it, and we were just talking about like how like people can beat this now because like people have figured out like strats and like they've spent the 20-30 years since the game came out to like really just like tear this game apart and like figure out all the exploits and stuff. But like I remember like back when I was growing up where like the whole like for example like OG Pokemon game of like the Mew under the truck rumor, right? Like, or like
that was so fun when
that shit was fun as fuck.
All the information had to be spread verbally.
And like your mate had heard this rumor that if you do this in the game,
and then you'd gather to your friend's place and be like, let's see if it's true, and you'd run up the wall 100 times to like just find that one, make sure to to find out if it's like an actual rumor or not, know, and just like that level of mystique I definitely miss with like so many things that
because now you can like, even if it's the game that's like the hardest game, you can literally just pull up a YouTube video in 2 minutes and find a speed run of some
totally.
Exactly. You're like but I remember like back in the arcade days, like I used to play Metal Slug all the time. I was addicted to it. Like I remember I punched a French kid over it, but I'd gotten so good at it because it was the only game I'd ever play,
right, that
whenever like kids were playing it, I'd be like, I can help you out. Let me show you how to do it.
You were like the king of the arcades back then. Like when you had that knowledge.
I remember I would like just convince, because I was so addicted to playing it. I would just convince these French kids to let me have one of the credits.
Right.
I'd be like, let me show you how it's done. Let me join in. Yeah. And then like, especially with like Metal Slug 3, which is such a bullshit game. If you ever played Metal Slug series, you'll know Metal Slug 3 is fucked. At least the first 4 levels I was pretty good at to do without dying.
I remember that was one of the first games I played with you.
Yes, because I used to play Metal Slug X, and I used to do a thing as a kid. Metal Slug 1, 2 was kind of tough, but Metal Slug 1 and X, I used to redo. I'd go with the arcade, and I would beat it all in 1 credit.
Damn.
Wow. And it was great, because then my all I would have to do is ask my parents for £1 or €1.
Right.
And then I would last for like an hour.
Hours of fun.
It's like an hour, because I would beat the whole game on one credit. And I'd be like, this is fucking tight.
What a god game.
Same thing with Time Crisis as well. Yeah. I played Time Crisis so much that, especially the first one, I can do it. I'm not sure if I still can do it now, but I can definitely do it in like 2 credits.
Right.
I think.
Damn.
Or like 1. Or 2 lives, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting because there's always this, especially nowadays.
No, tell the other kids, I'm like, do this. He's gonna pop up right here. Sorry.
Yeah, because back when we were kids, if you completed a video game, there were some certain video games where it was like a badge of
you were like the coolest
even
kid.
if it was like something like Pokemon, like even like some of the most mainstream games. But now game design has gone to a place where it's just like, okay,
soft.
okay,
they've gone accessible.
So there's 2. Did you hear like Sony are releasing like what's an autoplay function or something?
Well, they patented it, right?
Yeah, they patented like an autoplay function for like certain video games.
Okay,
and got fucking clowned on like to like.
It's like they're pretending that like mobile games haven't had this for ages.
Yeah, exactly. And I can see like 2 camps into it, right?
Because going to be peeing a lot on this episode.
We're going to be peeing a lot. I can see like 2 camps in it because at a certain point, a lot of gamers have grown up to be adults with lives and less free time. And sometimes you just want to like shut off and just like put inputs in and just experience the game.
Well, you want to watch a movie.
You want to.
I mean, I saw like the top comment in reply, which I think the tweet about it was like the image of Conan playing God of War, the new one.
Yeah.
And he's like, I've been holding this controller for 45 minutes and I haven't put anything in. Because it's just all cutscenes, right?
Yeah. Well, it's okay. It's kind of like the trade-off. It's kind of like a trade-off. Not so much a movie, but it's the sense of achievement versus getting content that you paid money for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of autoplay, should it be in games? Yeah, I'm down. I mean, it's accessibility, right? I think that, like, if you want to experience like a video game and for whatever reason you are physically or unable to input on a difficult moment or whatever.
Yeah.
I think having more accessibility there is fantastic. And I think that Sony's been one of the companies, especially with the in-house games. Like I know the Last of Us series is really good with accessibility options. You can customize the shit out of that game. You can make it so like the characters are blobs, like red outlines.
Oh yeah.
Like whatever kind of visual or physical impairment you have, you can make the game work for you. And in that sense, I'm really down for it.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a knee-jerk reaction to gamers hearing anything like less gaming. Like, oh, they're trying to take games away. They're trying to take gaming away from us. They're trying to make movies.
and like also sometimes there is a point where you just like play a game or replay a game, and there's some sections that you're like, I do not want to play this. Like when you force me to do a fucking stealth mission in an action game or a trailing mission, give me the autoplay function.
Yeah, give me the skip function.
Yeah, because I am like there trying to speedrun it, and I immediately get like spotted. And I'm like,
we just got let's players are on like their career's ruined now if this comes out. There'll never be a let's player ever again. Walkthroughs have been changed.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, so like and you can argue, well, just make better game design, which I obviously I agree with. But
come on, game designers, get with it.
Well, it's like
it's
like if you ever watch a TV show,
Yeah.
and you watch. I don't know if you've ever done this. You want to watch you rewatch a TV show. You watch like 5 episodes of like episode 1 to 5, and then you're like, I'm gonna skip episode 6. I mean,
I've never done that.
or I've sped up through it because I've been like, this episode's kind of. And I'm sure I've already watched it,
right?
And I wanted to get to the point where I wanted to like.
I've actually It's not. I've not so much. I've sped up on it, but I'm like, can we just like get through this and get to the shit I actually care about? I actually felt that recently because I recently watched Invincible season 2.
What the fuck? What did you skip?
Huh?
What did you skip in Invincible season 2?
I didn't skip anything.
Oh, okay.
It was more of they were like, okay, so there's the storyline I care about.
Oh, yeah.
Which is like the Viltrumites, right?
Yeah.
Everything
You're
to
like
do
talking
with
about the romance. You're like, stop.
everything to do with that.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, this is the shit I care about. And then there are some like super villains that I'm like, are you really important? Are you?
Oh, you mean with like the lizard people?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that the one thing that I'm really that I've liked about Invincible is that I feel like they're doing a great job of like planting seeds. Of like stuff that's gonna happen in a way that doesn't feel like they're like, look, something's gonna happen, guys. It's just little things happen where I feel like there's rippling consequences in this universe that I really jive with.
Yeah.
And I think that even stuff like that, not inconsequential, it helps really impact the characters in a way that changes them. Permanently, which I really like.
Yeah, I mean,
the romance, I kind of wish it wasn't as much, but I can appreciate what it's doing.
I know it's okay. I had this realization. Remember when I talked when we talked about, hey, I talked about I can't really get into Western or like live action romances.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortably like too much at times. I understand.
I think I've realized why. I think I've realized why I couldn't get into it. Okay, this might be a hot take. I think love is just like cringe.
Telling Sydney right now.
The one married man on the podcast
That's
says
so
this.
funny that you would use the word cringe.
All right.
Love is just objectively cringe. You know what? You probably all the gacha gamers probably just went up, like probably that meme where they go,
Yeah.
Like
hold on, he's got a point now.
Let
Hold
me
on.
justify this. Like real love, like real
because it's messy. It's messy.
It's messy. Okay.
Real love is messy. It's not clean. It's not easy. You have to fight for it. It's not fun to watch.
Okay, even when we have times when we have met our partners and shit like that, would you be able to go back through your original DMs where you were originally like flirting, talking romantically with them, and not cringe the fuck out of
no.
That's what I'm saying, right?
Hell
That's
no.
what I'm saying. Love is fucking cringe.
But women love that shit.
Romance is fucking cringe.
I don't think just women like romance.
No, women love going back at the old DMs and being like, you remember how cute you were back
Do
then?
they?
Yeah. At least Aki does. And I'm just like, please don't.